think I might wear that at the event. The bag.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Check. Actually, before we start, look what's inside.
I have my my camera. I've got to bring my camera, my iPad and stuff. So I think this is
So they have you being like social media guy? For
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I don't know if you rock. I know you want to rock the Wrestle hat, but I figured I'd give it to you anyway.
No, yeah, I'm wearing it. I like new gear. This is real nice actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be a hoodie guy, and then we got you our new pair of sweats too. Oh, these are pretty legit. They're super comfy.
Oh yeah. I like this.
Yeah. That's our most popular item. I got you a shirt too. Figured you'd rock the blue.
Yeah. It's pretty legit.
That's our dry fit. So you have the.
Oh yeah, nice.
The shorts.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got you the top.
I have the top, but it's not the long sleeve.
Yeah, this is the dry fit long sleeve.
And I have this too. It's
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Actually, I'm really like this, so I might wear all this actually.
Awesome, man.
To the fight.
Yeah, I figured you needed some new gear.
Yeah, now I don't have to go shopping. I was going to go shopping. I have some J's that'll go perfect with this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
I was going to wear them. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. All right,
I'll take a picture too. Sure.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Go Earn It podcast. And today, I decided to switch it up for everybody. Usually, I'll be sitting down with guests that have wrestled or prominently known for their wrestling. But this time, I have an opportunity to sit down with somebody that I've been a fan of. And not only been a fan of, but I appreciate the path he's on because, you know, he came from a father that most of you will know. But for him, he's very humble, and for only being 25, he has a lot to give to this sport in MMA. So without further ado, I would like to bring in Kevin Ferguson Jr. What's the nickname, Kevin? Is it Baby Slice or
Baby
is it Slice?
Yeah, it's Baby Slice.
Because I know you've been waiting to switch it up and go Slice.
Right. A lot of guys call me like, they be like, Slice, what's up? But you know, when it's fight day, you know, Baby Slice. Right.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me today.
Yep,
it's
no
a
problem,
pleasure
man.
for sure. So let's start from the beginning. For people that don't know,
Right.
You are Kimbo Slice's son.
Yep.
Been training MMA
His
for
first son.
Yeah, so you're the oldest.
Yeah.
Of how many?
6 from him. 6.
6.
Yeah, and then my mom had 6, so it's like,
wow, that's
like
a
12.
big family. That's a lot of brothers and sisters.
Right. Yeah,
Awesome.
and I'm the oldest out of
Yeah.
everyone.
Well, you carry a lot too. So
Yeah.
that's probably where I can sense the being humble and
Right. Yeah.
feeling older than what you are. Because
Yep.
I'm an older brother myself, and I feel like I'm way older than what I
Right.
am. But I mean, that's just part of life. So yeah, people that don't know who Kimbo Slice is, look him up. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you haven't heard of the name, you've probably seen him on TV before. YouTube star, fought for Bellator and UFC,
Yep.
and unfortunately is passed. Rest in peace. But he now has a son that's fighting for Bellator. So let's get right into it. When did you start training martial arts?
Okay, well, I was going to start when I was 18, but my dad wanted me to go to college first, so I went to school for photography and fashion, and then I started working for his events, his boxing events, after 2 years of that. And then I stopped going to school. We stopped working, you know. I think he had got an injury. He got hurt, so he was recovering.
And your dad's been banged. He was banged up.
Right, yeah. Before the fight scene, you know.
I remember watching him on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, right.
And they were basically, and he was like in his 30s by then, and they were telling him like, you don't have a knee, man.
Yeah, right.
Your knees are shot.
His bones was together, like he didn't have nothing
gone.
in between. Right.
Yeah, I remember watching him. I'm like, how is this guy just fighting still?
Yeah.
So, anyways, go on.
And so he finally got the surgery for that, and it took him like a year or two. So those 2 years, I was in college.
Yeah.
And then actually, I wasn't in college no more. That's when I was done.
Right.
And I moved to Connecticut with a buddy from college.
Okay.
And I started working at a gas station. paying for my MMA career and, you know, paying for training, paying for the gear.
And now I asked you this before we went live and everything, that, you know, your family was supportive. It was just a matter of your choice.
Yeah, it was my choice.
You wanted to earn it.
Earn it, yeah,
you know?
exactly. Right,
you know,
right.
That kind of ties into why I wanted to speak with you. Yeah. Not because you're really familiar, known in wrestling, but because of the way you've treated your career. Yeah. You know, you don't seem to be the type that's all about flash and all that. Yeah. And you seem to be the person that wants to put in the work and actually get what's yours, you know? And so that's why I reached out to you, because not only are you one of the coolest dudes I see all the time on, you know, social media, but you actually work for what you get. Right.
And that's why I like the gear too, like that y'all slogan, go earn it. Yeah. That means a lot, you know, because I could have got handouts and, you know, took the easy road.
Well, I mean, look at, like you just said, you were working at a gas station.
Yeah,
you know?
Minimum wage.
I'm telling you what.
And my dad was, Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, your dad was Kimbo Slice. So, I mean, I'm sure you could have asked him for a couple of dollars here and there. But
nope, I didn't want to.
So how did he react to that?
He liked it. Him and my manager now, which is Icy Mike, which was his manager. Sure. And I knew him since I was, you know, a kid growing up, right? Yeah. So he's family. But I could have called him too as well, any of those guys, and asked for money. I could ask for whatever, just put me on, or, you know, they got a bunch of connections. Yeah. And I just wanted to prove to them that this is what I wanted to do, you know.
That's awesome.
So I had my first fight at it's called the Hookie Lounge in Connecticut. Sure. And I knocked the guy out in 89 seconds.
Yep, I saw that.
And that went viral, you know, and they didn't even know I was fighting that night, you know. No one knew I was fighting, not even my mom, you know. And once
was that on purpose? You just didn't want to tell anybody?
I didn't want to tell anyone. No, I wanted them to find out, you know. Great. Like I wanted to just do my thing, you know. But the thing was, everyone was trying to keep it a secret of who I was, you know. Right. And it got out like minutes before I was about to fight. It got out, yeah. So they started putting out articles, like the arena sold out.
When I started hearing about you, amateur-wise.
It sold out that night when everyone knew I was fighting. It sold out. You know, people were still trying to get in before I was fighting. And I don't know if you guys seen that fight video, but you know, just I was raw though, like raw talent. You know what I mean?
You were just you went out there and you're like, all right, let's see what I can do.
Yeah, just ready to fight. You know, I wasn't afraid, and you know, it went viral. And from that point, you know, I called my dad immediately. He called me actually. Like as soon as I was done with the interview, he called and we talked for like an hour.
How was that talk?
He was just amazed. Like he was like, "I'm proud of everything you did. That's awesome. The way you did it. You didn't ask for help." And same with, you know, my manager now. Yeah. And I guess that showed, you know, a lot of people that don't know, showed the people who matters, like, you know, the manager and my dad, showed them that
people that care about
you.
That I want to see you succeed.
Right. That this is what I want to do. Like, you know,
that's awesome.
They saw and
so there, family was all for it.
Yeah, always, yeah.
So let's backtrack a little bit. So you said you went to school for photography and fashion. Where did that inspiration come about? Were you always just interested in film and whatnot?
I was in Thailand with my dad. He was doing the Scorpion King 3.
No way.
Yeah, and I was taking a couple pictures because they don't, you know, we just wanted to have memories of things, you know?
Man.
So
I'm sure
I was
plenty.
Right. So I was just playing around with the camera, and it was like a couple pictures that I took that the photographer on set, he saw those and was like, "Man, you might have an eye for this." Yeah. So I started taking some more, and I don't know, I was weird. Like I just got, I don't know, this creative side just came out of nowhere, you know, and they liked it. Even everyone on set liked it, and they used some of the photos on the back of the magazine and like some of the advertisement. They used the photos I took.
Right.
And it started from there, and then from there I got a camera and I just
started liking it, started taking photos. So what primarily do you take photos of nowadays?
Well, I have a page. It's called The Eye of Slice. Okay. And it have all my photos on there.
I like that, The Eye of Slice.
The Eye of Slice, right? Yeah. And I should patent that, so you know.
You better.
You know, but
you heard it here first. Yeah, exclusive.
But yeah, landscape. You know, I like capturing the moment. You know, just whatever image I have in my head, I try to bring it to the camera.
Let's go back to that first fight. You talked to your dad. Everything was cool. Yeah. So what's next in your mind? Let's keep rolling with it, or?
Well, I wasn't sure. You know, I honestly, everything happened so fast. Like, so I was still working at the gas station, you know, and now
Still training too?
No, well, that's the thing. That fight, the next day I was supposed to go back to work.
Yeah.
But the next day they flew me out to Florida to train at ATT.
Oh, no way.
So I had to like kind of like tell them I'm not working anymore. Like,
so
you know,
that was your 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, right.
2 minute notice.
2 minute notice. Like right after that fight, they flew me out to train, and
that's incredible.
And my dad was like, a Bellator wants to sign me. So and then he was like, "Is this what you really want to do? You know, is this what you want to do?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, you know, this is all I know in a sense."
Yeah,
growing up,
what I grew up with.
All I did was fight and, you know, trained with him, and, you know, so that's all I really knew was like fighting and how to fight, and watching Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali on rewind, like back to back to back as a kid. You know, I didn't watch cartoons. That's what I used to watch.
So you were watching fighting ever since you were a kid.
I was watching fights ever since I was a kid, you know, so I was like, this is what I want to do. So they asked me what I want to train, and it was looking for gyms, and I found my coach, Antonio McKee. We talked before I even came out. I was training at ATT with Charles Rosa. Yeah. And I talked to my coach, Antonio McKee, for like a couple days, and it was just decided, like, okay, I'm gonna come out here. And once I came out here, it was like, this is the team.
You reside now in Long Beach?
In Long Beach, yeah. I'm out here
how do
now.
you like it?
I like it a lot. I don't really go out though. You know, I don't party. I don't go out at all. You know,
Really?
I stay home, play my Xbox, and train.
So give your plug to your gamer tag. You're a big Xbox guy.
Right. Baby Slice 242 is my gamer tag. You guys, you know, PUBG.
Yeah.
You know, hit me up on there. So that's my game.
So you've been training how long now?
2 years.
As far as serious,
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. Well, this is making it 2 years.
Yeah.
Now.
So how's this journey been?
It's been good. I actually been watching some of the old footage of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man,
leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like what I accomplished within 1 year. You know?
What? Go ahead.
And that's a lot. That's the thing a lot of people don't know is like I only been training for a year. You know, I only had one amateur fight.
Well, yeah, that's what.
And I turned
that's what
pro.
People don't
you know,
realize.
so,
you know, they just assume because you're
because of my dad,
son,
right? That they put me
he's
on
going to be a
such high
beast.
pedestal,
But at the same time, you got signed with Bellator
after
like
one fight
as a baby, basically.
Right?
You know?
Pretty much. That's why Baby Slice. You know, they don't get it.
That's what they do with Aaron Pico too. That trains here sometimes as well.
But he actually had.
But he had the
boxing and
he had the wrestling and boxing accolades. But still, I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Mixed martial arts, but
you need amateur fights, you know.
Yeah, you need the experience, man, because people think walking into a cage and fighting another man is easy. It's not, man.
The fight is easy. It's like it's not really the fight that's the problem. It's what's around the fight. You know, you got a crowd full of 30,000 people. You got cameras in your face from the minute you step on that stage to walk down. You have a camera on you. Yeah. So it's all that is what really freaks a lot of people out.
Think about the aspect of not even being at that event itself, but all your family and friends.
Right. Oh man.
People hitting you up. You know.
Saying,
hey man, good luck, or hey man,
but that's why a week before my fight, I have no social media.
No social media. So that's a real rule for you.
That's my rule. Yeah. I turn off everything. I disconnect everything.
So you go all out. Yeah. And you feel that helps you out big time.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. Not a lot of fighters do that because up until fight
I see some fighters be like posting stuff like the day before, and I'm like, man, you're like reading. I know you're reading comments that night because you can't sleep. You know, you really can't sleep that much the night before, so you're like scrolling through comments, and I know
you're about to fight another guy that's trying to knock you out.
Right, that's trying to hurt you.
So like the thoughts in your mind, you know, they're not pleasant.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah,
I'm sure you've had some nights of nightmares of just thinking like, man, this
anything can happen.
Yeah,
you know, you got to be prepared. But how can you prepare for something like that? You know,
MMA is so unpredictable. You know, you throw a leg kick, you could break your leg.
Right, exactly.
You slip one way the wrong way, you get knocked out. So it happens. So when did you start to realize that you wanted to go away from living under your dad's shadow? I know that's a heavy question.
Yeah, it was. It goes both ways. Like at first, I was like, when I was trying to make it, I didn't want people to give me handouts when when I was trying to make it. But now it's like, I accept that. You know, I accept it. I realized how big he was, when I became a fighter, like being in the fight team,
Yeah.
you know, I ended up like, man, he did a lot, you know, for the sport,
Right.
and a lot of people follow him, and I see all the love he gets. So
Yeah.
I accept it, you know. Now
Yeah,
I don't
for
mind,
sure.
you know what I mean. I don't mind, but at first I wanted to do everything on my own.
Right.
You know, that's like becoming a man, trying to be a man. You know, you don't want no handouts. You know.